Welcome back to Right on the Money, the go-to resource for your financial decisions. Now, if you're just joining us today, our guest, Trey Fowler, president of Gemini Financial. We've been talking about the good work that Gemini Financial does for its clients. And now we want to talk about you, sir. We're going to get to know you a little bit better. You at Gemini, you do such an amazing job of getting to know your clients. We're going to flip the script here a little bit. So I've got some questions for you. Let's see what you think. So question number one for you. What hobby would you get into if time and money were not an issue?
If time and money were not an issue, I would say coaching.
Coaching.
I love working with kids and helping them develop the skills and stuff that they want. So if the time and the money weren't into it, I would say coaching, because it's helping people achieve what they want.
Very nice, very nice. All right, well, are you usually early or late? What kind of guy are you?
That's an easy one. I'm early. My dad brought me up. He was military and a pastor, so he brought me up teaching me 5 minutes early is late.
Oh, I like that.
So I'm always early.
I've got a couple kids that I'm going to show this video to in my house. So you're an early guy. How do you relax after a hard day at work?
I'm going to say it's a little different than most. For me, relaxation is I try to work out. I try to stay active. So the gym is my peace time, where I get to go out and just go into the gym, work out, and focus on me for just a little bit. So
nice. I like that. All right. Now you're for those folks that are seeing this that aren't familiar with Arkansas. Arkansas is beautiful. So what city would you most like to live in other than where you live?
I would say move down south a little further in Arkansas, have some acreage, kind of a farm area. When it's all said and done, that's what I'd like to have, 20 to 50 acres, and just be able to have my own place and be away. Well,
with that being said, who inspires you to be better?
I lost my dad a year ago in January.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And he was always my best friend and my inspiration. He started out in the investment business many, many moons ago, and then became a pastor. Came home one day, said he got called, and said he was going to become a pastor, and for the last 20 years of his life he was doing that. And the inspiration of following his dream and doing what he wanted and pushing me always through sports. He coached me, and we won't get into those stories, some of the things that happened, but his inspiration has pushed me to who I am today.
Well, that's awesome. So let me ask you this then. Little bit of a pivot, but what's the dumbest thing that you've done that actually turned out pretty well?
That's a tough question. My wife being...
We could ask her.
Yeah, she could probably answer that a lot easier than I could. I told my wife one time that she asked me what's something that I always wanted to do that I've never done, and I told her skydiving. It's something when I was, of course, young and a little bit more out there doing those things. So she shows up and gives me one for my birthday, jumping from 12,000 feet, and she gives it to me on Thursday and says, "You're jumping Saturday."
Oh,
so
wow.
For 3 days I didn't eat or anything. But I landed and checked it off the list. So
it turned out okay.
It turned out okay.
Well, let me ask you this. So it's 2020. Mm-hmm. What are you looking forward to in the next 10 years?
Really, as a father, I have 2 children, like I said, one that's 20 and one 13, to see them succeed, to see what they've done. Both of them we've been very fortunate, have good kids, athletically and academically. So I really look forward to them building their life and seeing what they have.
That's awesome. So with mentioning kids, if you could make one rule that everyone had to follow, what rule would you make?
I would say honesty. Honesty to me is key. If you can talk to people and be open and forefront everything that you do and say, it makes everything flow and it makes everything easier. So to me, honesty is the key to everything.
I like it. Let's talk about a key to you. What would be some events in your life that have made you who you are?
I would say athletics. I played football for 22 years and played in a position, actually was fortunate enough to play quarterback for most of my life, and being put in that position, you learn that you're the hero or the GOAT a bunch of times.
Sure.
And I've been on both ends. But one thing that I learned is to lead, and to make sure you lead by example and doing the right things, and asking the questions to help people along the way. So I think that was some of the things that have helped me along the way as well.
I like it. So I have one last question for you.
Make it easy.
What gets Trey fired up?
Family. My family gets me fired up. I mean, when I wake up in the morning and I get to spend time with them, it pushes me every day to be a better person, a better man, and to do the right thing for the people that I work with each day.
I love it.
So I would say my family.
I love it. Trey, thanks for letting us get to know you a little bit better. That's going to do it for our time together today. So don't forget, you can watch full Right on the Money episodes on our official YouTube channel or at rightonthemoneyshow.com, where you can get up-to-date financial news and insights from the top insurance and financial professionals in your area. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Trey, pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.